As the UK's economy takes yet another hit, with GDP falling and the nation's financial machinery slowing to a halt, it's clear that the country is facing a rough road ahead. And as businesses and consumers struggle to stay afloat, it's time to ask, how will the UK weather the storm and emerge stronger on the other side? Hey there! Welcome to Financial Ventures. In this video, we'll look at some of the bad news regarding the situation of UK. If you're here for the very first time, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you're always updated. What is the current situation of the UK's economy? UK's economy has been experiencing a slowdown and concerns that it may enter into recession. The causes for this slowdown are global factors, such as the pandemic and events in Ukraine, as well as domestic factors like rising inflation and energy costs. The government is expected to release an autumn statement that may address these issues and attempt to address a financial deficit. Still, it is widely believed that a recession will likely happen soon. The economy is expected to continue shrinking into 2023, and the hospitality sector is mainly affected by the economic downturn. Is this bad? I want you to know this. A slowdown or recession in an economy can negatively impact individuals, businesses, and the overall economic environment. It can lead to job losses, reduced consumer spending, and reduced business investment. A recession can also have wider social and political implications. However, it is essential to note that economies go through cycles of growth and contraction, and a recession can be a regular part of this process. Governments and central banks often implement measures to stimulate economic growth and mitigate the negative impacts of a recession. Next up is decrease in economic indicators. Now, let's discuss this one. Economic indicators are statistical measures of the performance of an economy. They can include a variety of data points such as gross domestic product, employment levels, inflation rates, and trade balances. These indicators can provide insight into the overall health of an economy and can be used to track economic trends over time. A decrease in economic indicators refers to a decline in the value of these indicators. For instance, if a country's GDP decreases, it means that the overall size of the economy has declined. Similarly, if employment level drops, it means that there are fewer people employed in the economy. Decreases in economic indicators can signal economic weakness or downturn and may cause concern. The GDP of the UK shows that the economy of the country experienced a decrease in GDP during August to October 2022 compared to the previous 3-month period, which was from May to July. The Office for Budget Responsibility is a UK government agency that provides independent economic and fiscal forecasts. In their November 2022 Economic and Fiscal Outlook, they forecasted that the country's GDP will grow by 4.2% in 2022, but will decrease by 1.4% in 2023. A survey of independent forecasts conducted by the Treasury in November 2022 showed an average forecast of 4.2% growth for 2022 and a decrease of 0.9% in 2023. Rising inflation. Let's get acquainted first with the basics. Inflation can be good and bad for an economy, depending on the circumstances. In general, moderate inflation, defined as an annual rate of 2% or lower, can be beneficial for an economy because it can lead to an increased economic activity. higher employment levels, and greater credit availability. However, high inflation, defined as an annual rate above 2%, can be detrimental to an economy as it can lead to increased uncertainty and stability, lower savings and investment levels, and reduced consumer purchasing power. High inflation can also disproportionately impact low income households and those on fixed incomes, as their purchasing power may not keep up with the rising prices. In the case of the UK, high inflation can be seen as bad news as it is causing people's real incomes to decrease and leading to economic uncertainty and stability. It is crucial for the government and central bank to monitor inflation and take appropriate actions to maintain it at a stable and manageable level. Take note that as for UK, the rising inflation is met with prices rising faster than wages. Tax rises and spending cuts. In general, tax increases and spending cuts can be seen as unfavorable for an economy as they can lead to reduced customer spending, lower levels of investment, and slower economic growth. However, they may also be necessary in certain circumstances to address economic challenges or to achieve specific policy objectives. For example, tax increases and spending cuts may be implemented to reduce government debt or bring the budget back into balance. In such cases, they may be necessary to maintain fiscal sustainability and avoid long-term economic damage. On the other hand, tax increases and spending cuts can negatively impact specific groups, such as low income households or those who rely on government services. UK's government needs to consider the potential impacts of such measures carefully and to balance the need for fiscal discipline with the need to support economic growth and protect vulnerable groups. What does the Bank of England say? Again, recession is a period of continuous economic deterioration. Recessions are often marked by falling GDP, rising unemployment rates, and poor confidence levels among businesses and consumers. Recessions can negatively impact an economy, including reduced economic activity, lower employment levels, and decreased investment levels. The Bank of England believes the country is already in a recession, and this can be seen as bad news for the UK. It indicates that the economy is experiencing a sustained economic downturn, which can negatively impact businesses, consumers, and workers. Bad news for the hospitality sector. UK's hospitality industry, which includes pubs, hotels, and restaurants, experienced a decline in output in September, with a tracker score of 36.3 indicating contraction. This drop was due to falling demand for the fourth consecutive month, possibly due to consumers reducing their spending because of rising inflation. However, 5 of the 14 UK sectors tracked by the Lloyds Bank UK Recovery Tracker reported faster growth in output in September, with software service providers and healthcare firms showing the highest growth. To give you an idea, rising energy bills can increase business costs for hospitality businesses, making it more difficult for them to remain profitable. Lower footfall or fewer customers can also negatively impact the industry as it can lead to reduced revenue and potentially lower employment levels. Aside from this, the hospitality industry may face other challenges, such as the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, which has considerably impacted the sector globally. Other economic and market factors may also be affecting the industry. As the UK's economy takes a nosedive with GDP falling and the hospitality industry struggling to stay afloat, it's time to ask the tough question. Are we facing a long term recession? With tax increases and spending cuts on the horizon, it's clear that the UK is in dire straits. But is it too late to pivot and turn things around? Time will only tell. But one thing is certain, the road ahead won't be easy. What do you think about this? Tell us your thoughts in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for sticking until the end. See you in the next video, and also keep in mind that in your life's adventures, it's better with financial ventures.